If you're weighing a luxury home purchase in Austin versus the Texas Hill Country, you're probably looking at a bunch of different properties, wondering exactly what the trade-offs are. So for this video, I pulled 4 properties, all priced right around $2 million, differing distances from downtown Austin to show you what the pattern is. What becomes clear really quickly is that only 2 of them have the room to build what most people would consider a legacy property. Guest houses, workshops, separate offices, room to expand for the next 20 plus years. The other 2 lock you in pretty tightly to the existing footprint. So here's what your dollar actually buys you: 10 minutes out from downtown Austin versus an hour out. And if you're going to be relocating to Central Texas or the Texas Hill Country, I'll offer a free 30-minute Texas Hill Country Legacy Blueprint call. In that call, we'll talk about the best possible areas to match what you're looking to do. We'll look at potential risks that those areas could cause, and we'll build a clear plan for you moving forward. So if you're interested in that, there's a link down below. Okay, so back to these properties that we're going to compare. What you need to understand, and it kind of stands to reason, the closer you get to Austin, the more expensive the land is on a price per acre, or as you get closer into Austin, it's basically a price per square foot. And so the more you pay, the less you're actually getting. And then on the other end of that, as you move out, your money buys you exponentially more space, but you're trading in convenience and time. But the second layer to that, just underneath, is what people don't usually consider. And that is, do you have the space to build that property that you want? I'm getting a lot of calls lately, people that are wanting multi-generational properties. They want guest house. They want multiple houses built on the same lot. They want that true legacy property, something that they can keep in the family for their kids, their grandkids, and even great-grandkids. So they're looking for that property that they can build that guest house on, that they can build a workshop on, maybe a barn dominium with a big play area. And a lot of people are doing this while they're still working. So can they build that detached office or that home gym out in a separate building so they don't have to occupy the square footage of their house? The big question is, can this property grow with you for the next 20 years or maybe even 120 years? Or are you locked in just to that one little footprint? So the 4 properties I picked are going to show you exactly those trade-offs. And what we're going to do is we're going to start in Austin and we're going to move further out and explain what the differences is. Now, these are all properties that are currently listed on the MLS. I'm not going to talk about addresses and stuff. It's not about a specific house. It's more about what you're getting and where you're getting it for the price that you're willing to pay. So the first property is in Westlake Hills. Now, in terms of Austin, Westlake Hills is probably the most prestigious part of Austin. You're 10 to 15 minutes from downtown Austin in most parts of Westlake Hills. Eanes ISD is a very, very sought after school district, from athletics to academics, all of the above. And so this house that I picked is on a huge lot for Westlake. And it's a really cool house. It's built in 1953, and the list price on it is $2.2 million. Now, I'm going to just kind of drive that home. Little over 1 acre, 2,600 square feet, $2.2 million. Yes, you do get the opportunity to be 10 minutes from downtown. Okay, again, that's what Westlake gives you. You're going to have that Westlake address. You're going to have Eanes ISD. You're going to be a short Uber drive, 10, 12 minutes from any restaurant in downtown. And this lot is incredible. It's got huge mature trees. Again, when a house is built in 1953, that stands to reason. And you're also getting really good privacy because you do have an acre in Westlake, but you're not getting land. And again, where the trade-offs get real, let's talk about that legacy potential here. With only 1.3 acres, your expansion is very, very limited, especially when you consider you're going to have to go through City of Westlake zoning. They're going to have side setbacks. You may not be able to see any additional buildings from a street, and they'll check that stuff. Okay, so if your plan is to build more than what's there, you're going to be severely limited. Now, what you could do, even as nice as this house is, you could buy it and pay $2 million plus for the lot and then tear it down and build a family compound. But still, because of the small lot, you're going to be restricted on what you can actually build there. Now, there is already a small workshop on the property, so if you're looking for a workshop, that's a good thing. But adding a guest house, a detached gym, or a detached office, okay, that's where it's going to be tough. And that's one of the questions that a lot of people forget to ask up front. Can this property actually grow with me? Because I mean, you know it. Look, if you're going to spend this kind of money on something, you're going to fall in love with the house. But what if your lifestyle changes in 10 years? You're like, oh, well, I would like to have that detached office now. I don't have to go into the office anymore. My company has grown to the point where now I can work from home, or maybe I'm consulting from home, but you do need that office space and you want it removed from the main house, so you don't have that day-to-day life that kind of gets in your way in the office. So make sure you're asking that question. Can this grow beyond to something that I may not even think about right now, but I love the the property so much that I'm going to hate to sell it. Okay, well, if you would hate to sell it, make sure that it can expand with you. So what you're really buying if you're buying in Westlake is you're buying location and you're buying schools. And if those are your top priorities for buying a house, the property does not need to expand with you, Westlake is a great option. But if you're looking to expand, or you think maybe at some point in the future you might want to expand, it's not going to work. Okay, property 2 is in a great neighborhood called Steiner Ranch. And like Westlake Hills, Steiner Ranch has pretty good location. You're about 25 to 30 minutes from downtown Austin, so not too bad. And you've got ways to get there, right? You can go down around the south side on 71, or you can go up, 620 to 2222 and get downtown, 25 to 30 minutes, depending on where you are. And again, like Westlake, great schools. Vandergrift High School is the high school out there, and the elementaries, middle school, everything is top notch. And so this house is a gated community. All right, it's got master plan amenities, beautiful amenities. And this house is about 4,400 square feet, and it's on 0.85 acres, so just under a full acre. And it's a newer house. It was built in 2013, and it's priced at $1.9 million, so just below that $2 million threshold. Now, what did you get? Okay, you moved out technically into the suburbs, and your $1.9 million bought you the biggest house we're going to see in this list. But it also is going to buy you the smallest lot we're going to see in the list. The first house was about $1.7 million per acre. If you're looking at it on that basis, this one is about $2.2 million per acre. So this is actually more expensive on a per acre basis than that Westlake house, but you're not buying this house for the land. You're buying this one for the massive house, and you're buying it for the amenities that come along with it. The amenities that come along with it, you're buying it for access to Lake Club. Okay, there's about 4.5 miles of Lake Austin waterfront in Lake Club. You've got community pools, you've got an 18-hole golf course, you've got tennis courts, you've got miles of hike and bike trails, and there's also 3 community centers in the neighborhood. So the house itself, 5 beds, 5.5 baths. It's got a separate guest suite that has its own side entrance, and there's a big game room, there's a study, and there's a 3-car garage. And on this one, the lot itself has got great hill country views, and there's walls of glass so that you can see it. So this property, as opposed to that first one, this is completely a lifestyle play. Okay, if you need an in-law under the same roof, but you also want those amenities, okay, Steiner Ranch is a great location. But let's talk about what you can't do here. We talked about Westlake. You're going to have to deal with city restrictions and that. Steiner Ranch has got an HOA. Okay, so anything you do on this lot, you're going to have to get HOA approval. So you've got, Big Brother kind of sitting there looking over your shoulder. So you're not going to be adding a guest house. You're not going to be adding a workshop. You're not going to be adding a separate gym or office. Okay, the HOA is going to be restricting all of that stuff. And even if the HOA would allow you to, by the time you get done with easements and setbacks and everything else, there's just no room. Your 0.85 acres, there would be nothing left of it by the time you built even one additional dwelling unit in the back. So if your plans to have extended family come stay with you a long time, understand they're going to be under one roof. Again, you're not going to have those separate areas to get out of the house. If you're thinking about building a casita, nope, that's not going to happen. But what you are buying there is you're buying a beautiful modern home with, again, amazing amenities. And if that's what you want, if that's what works with you, this would be a great option. Again, Steiner Ranch is a great option. Location's great. There's really good shopping close by at Hill Country Galleria, then also on the north end of 620 at 183. And then again, you're 25 to 30 minutes from downtown Austin, so you're removed, but you're not so far removed that you can't get there easily. All right, moving on to property 3. Property 3 is off of a road called Hamilton Pool Road, and technically it's in Dripping Springs because it's in Dripping Springs ISD, but really it's located about halfway between Bee Cave or Lakeway and Dripping Springs to the south. So it's about halfway between them. Location, a little bit further out. Okay, you're about 35 to 40 minutes from downtown Austin at this one. Okay, the house on this one is a little over 2,800 square feet, so not huge. Built in 2008. Newer house, but it's on over 15 acres. Okay, the list price here is $1.9 million. Again, just a little bit under $2 million. And now if you're looking at that per acre price, okay, now we're about $125,000 per acre as opposed to almost 1.7 on the first one and 2.2 on the second one. You just got over 10 times the land for the same price, and you're only a little bit further from Austin. Again, you might be 10 to 15 minutes further than Steiner Ranch. This is where that legacy property starts to open up. Okay, 15 acres, you want to build a guest house? No problem. You want to build 4 guest houses? No problem. You need an office, you need a separate gym, you want to build a movie theater? Go for it. And when you're dealing with 15 acres, you don't have to put the guest houses where you can see them. You can put them in remote parts of the property and just kind of create paths to get there. And so every house is then going to have its own little private space. And one of the things that I love showing clients is what it looks like when you have kind of the main house with a grand gathering area out back with the swimming pool, a nice patio, covered eating area with an outdoor grill and all of that. And just having that space for when you have family, even if they live there nonstop, 365, or if you have extended family coming in for a week, a month, or 2 months at a time, you have that outdoor space where everybody can convene and kind of get together and get around the campfire and hang out at the swimming pool. But then at the end of the night, everybody can retreat and go back to their own places. And again, they're out of eye distance, they're out of range. You can't see them because of the trees. So everybody gets their own little home away from home. And the other thing that's really unique about properties like this, again, when you have this much land, the chances of having things like wet weather creeks pops up, and even live creeks. Wet weather creeks just mean that when we get enough rain in Central Texas, that creek will run. And a lot of times those creeks are spring fed, so it'll run, if we get 2 or 3 inches of rain in a month, that creek could run for 3 or 4 months at a time. Okay, this one here happens to have a little waterfall when it's running. It's got a mix of, big oak trees, some cedar. It's got some wide open pastures, so you get a mix and diversity of the wildlife and the ecosystem that you're living in. And even better, in my opinion, it's gated, but it's got this long tree-lined driveway. It's absolutely beautiful driving to the house. The main house itself, like the other two, move-in ready, high-end finishes. There's a flex room that could be a home office or a gym if you're okay with that, or it could be a, kind of a guest room for shorter-term guests or somebody you want to keep in the house. And when you look at the kitchen, high-end appliances, really high-end appliances, and then from the porches or the balconies on the house, you've got hill country views for miles. But again, for this video, the real value here is that this property can grow with you. You're not limited to the house. You're not limited to the area around the house. You can add separate septic systems if you need to build elsewhere on the property. You can bring electric in from different spots. You can bring water in from different spots. When you have this much land, you can actually create that true legacy property. I mean, if you've got 2 or 3 kids, think about building all of them their own 1,500 to 2,000 square foot houses where they can bring their families. They can stay with you all summer. They can stay with you through all the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And again, everybody has their own little spot. I talk about it all the time when I go see my parents. I love it, and I love spending time with them, but it's always a little bit limited because I'm still sleeping in my same bedroom from when I was a kid. At night, that house is a little bit small. It was built in the early 1900s, so it doesn't have a whole lot of insulation between rooms. And if my dad and I want to sit up and have some whiskey and talk and get a little loud, we always hear about it in the morning. But that's not the case when you've got the room to spread out between different houses on the same property. And then even if you don't need schools, at some point in the future, if somebody sells it, it's always good to have schools in mind. So this one is in Dripping Springs ISD, which again is one of the top ISDs in the state. And even though you're 35 to 40 minutes from downtown Austin, you're still only about 15 minutes from Dripping Springs. You're about 15 minutes from Bee Cave. So you've got all your shopping close by. So even though it feels like you're in the middle of nowhere and you've got dark skies at night and you can see the stars and everything like that, it's not like you're isolated because you're still 15 minutes to HEB. And so again, a property like this with all of that room, if you're thinking 10, 15, 20, 25 years out or more, this property can grow with you. You can change it as you need it. And even things that are unforeseen that you may not even think about, if they happen in the future, you can kind of roll with the punches, and it's not like you're going to have to sell this property because you can't alter something or build something else that you might need at some point in the future. Okay, now property 4 is in Johnson City, Texas. Now, you're about an hour from downtown Austin, about an hour from the airport. So this property is the most removed of those. And if you're going to drive into Austin, you're going to end up taking 281 down to 290, which will bring you in on the southwest side of Austin. Now, the house is a little bit smaller, 2,550 square feet, and the property is a little bit smaller. This one's only 10 acres, and it was built in 1980, but this one has got something really, really unique, and it's priced right now at about $1.9 million, just a little bit over $1.95. But what does that hour of drive time back to Austin buy you here? Okay, $195,000 an acre, so still well below the first two. But what you get with this property is a river running through it. Fly fishing, floating, kayaking, get the grandkids out in little paddle boats or paddle boards or whatever. This property allows you to walk straight down from the house or take your golf cart or your mule or whatever little side-by-side you have, go down to the river, spend a day at the river. Kids are playing in it, you're hanging out, grilling hot dogs, whatever you need to do. Just imagine you've got your own recreational playground in your backyard that will never go out of style. Trust me, kids never get tired of sitting by water and watching. And I mean, I'm 51. I'm still loving to sit by water and watch the water. And the thing is, if you were to replicate this closer to Austin, you're probably looking at $5 to $6 million to have 10 acres with riverfront. Even for a 2,500 square foot house, you're looking at big, big money. That's what an hour buys you. The other thing that it buys you is something the other properties don't have. This one is already a compound. Now, the main house is a little bit smaller. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath. And it does have an updated kitchen. This one is move-in ready. Now, you may want to make some design choices on it. That's up to you. But it's also got a separate pool house already. Okay, it's got a kitchen. It's got a great room. So it could function as that guest house. It could function as, if you wanted to short-term rent this thing and generate some income, you could do that as well. The other thing that it gets you, there's already 2 workshops on the property. One of them is 29 by 29. It's got plumbing and electric in it already. So maybe you could turn that into a third house already. And the other one is an additional workshop or storage space. So if you're somebody that needs extra space for hobbies or tools or toys, this one's already got you taken care of, and it's got that separate house that's ready already for family or guests. Or if you don't need workshops, okay, do you need a home gym? Could easily be converted. Do you need an art space? That's cool. Music studio, that's fine. When you're on 10 acres, your neighbors aren't going to complain too much when you're in your music studio at night. All right, now's where the property gets really, really interesting. The property tax is super low on it. Why? Because it's got an agricultural exemption in place or an ag valuation in place because of honeybees and beekeeping. On a property like this, that can save you $15,000, $20,000 a year. This one's like the last one. It's got a gated long driveway, so you're going to get that kind of private compound feel without seeing your neighbors right on top of you either. And this sounds great, but I want to make sure you understand. This property is different. You are an hour from Austin, all right? You're not going to be able to get, into Austin really quickly unless you got a helicopter. You could put a helipad in, but this is not a daily commute property. So if you're still working and you need to be in town, nope, not going to work. But if you're semi-retired, if you're doing consulting, if you only have to be in the office maybe once a week, all right, this is a real possibility. I mean, I couldn't imagine anything better if I were semi-retired or working from home and I could go down to the river, hang out in a lawn chair, work on my computer, again, with the river there. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. Now, if you need schools, Johnson City ISD is not as highly acclaimed as the other schools we're talking about. It's also much, much smaller. This is a 3A high school. The other 3 that we talked about are all 6A, massive, massive high schools. But the other cool thing about this property, in addition to being riverfront, is you're only about 5 minutes from downtown Johnson City. So you've got restaurants, you've got wineries, you've got breweries, you've got all the things that you need in less than 10 minutes from your door. That's pretty cool. Another potential downside is you're going to be a little bit farther from, major medical and things like that. Your closest major medical here is going to be up in Marble Falls, which is probably about a 20-minute drive. And also when you're out this far, emergency services and things like that are going to take a little longer to get to you also. You've got volunteer fire departments as opposed to full-time fire departments. So again, positives and negatives. How do you weigh those out with what you want long term? But if what you're looking for is that family compound or the ability to build that family compound with separate houses, other outbuildings and things like that, and by the way, being on live fresh water, if you're looking for a compound, that's kind of the definition, is having access to live water on your property. Really doesn't get any better than this. So the question you've got to ask yourself at this point isn't which property is better, because if you're spending $2 million on a property, you're going to get an amazing property. It just says, what is more in alignment with what you want long term? What's going to be a better fit for you? And there's no wrong answer. There's only answers that fit better with your priorities and timelines. The only mistake that you can make here is not fully thinking through the trade-offs before you buy it.